Over the last 10 years in property development, there's one type of project where I see people fall over time and time again. That is dual occupancies. Here's the thing. When they're done right, they can be absolute gold mines. But when they're done wrong, they can burn six-figure profits per townhouse. And most people don't even realize it until the very end, when it's far too late to fix. I've delivered hundreds of these projects. I've seen exactly what makes money, and I've seen the one mistake that kills profits. So today, I'm going to show you what that mistake is, how it sneaks into projects that look perfect on paper, and the simple check you can run to stop it before your entire investment collapses. And if you stick with me until the end, I'll show you that single line on your building plan that should always make you stop and question the design. All right, let's get into it. The number one mistake is making your living, dining, and kitchen areas too small. Plans can look fine on paper, but they hide how the space will really work once it's built. Even if furniture is drawn in, it never shows what it's like to actually live in the space. People moving past a dining chair, navigating the kitchen when someone's cooking. The real life flow doesn't show up on plans. And that's why this mistake hurts so much. Buyers will sense it the second they walk in. The sales agent will hear it during the inspections, and you'll end up having to lower the price. Here's the kicker. This mistake happens right at the start, at the design stage. And once this plan is approved, you're stuck with it. You'll spend months in town planning, pay for construction drawings, sign the build contract. You'll pour time, money, and energy into that build. Only at the very end, when the walls are up and the furniture is in, do you realize the space feels cramped. And by then, it's too late. That one design miss can wipe six figures off your project. If you want support to avoid mistakes like this, check out our free Little Fish Network. Thousands of developers just like you, sharing lessons and helping each other out. The link's in the description. But here's the real question. Why do so many people make this mistake in the first place? It starts with good intentions. You try to fit every feature that buyers want. 4 bedrooms, a master bedroom on each level, one upstairs and one downstairs. And you go with 2 living areas. And before you know it, you've shrunk the living, dining, and kitchen to make it all fit. Or you leave it to your designer without setting a non-negotiable size for that living, dining, and kitchen. They aim to achieve council's minimum sizes, but these minimum sizes don't help your townhouses sell. Buyers pay for how the home makes them feel. Luxury isn't just stone bench tops and tapware. Luxury is space. Space creates comfort, and buyers pay more for when it feels that way. The only way to know if your plan actually delivers that space is to test it early. Print your floor plan, grab a tape measure, and go to a couple of open homes that feel spacious when you walk in. Measure the living, dining, and kitchen in those homes. Look at the actual furniture in the rooms as you measure. Check the walkways. See how the dining chairs pull out and whether someone can still walk behind them. Now go back to your plan. Can your living, dining, and kitchen fit the same furniture sizes as the example you saw, with enough space for people to walk around them comfortably? If not, your plan is misleading you. On paper it looks fine. In real life, the space won't work. Check the sizes at the preliminary design stage. Check them again once you prepare for town planning application. And check them for a last time when the construction drawings are finalised, before you sign the build contract. Because changes slip in at every stage, from planners, consultants, or builders. If you don't keep an eye on this, your living, kitchen, and dining can shrink without you realizing. Make it a habit to check at these 3 key stages. That way, nothing gets changed without your knowledge. But measurements only tell part of the story. You've also got to picture people actually living in the room. In the kitchen, you want enough space around the island bench so 2 people can walk past each other. About 1 meter each side usually feels right. If you have to turn sideways to squeeze past, it's too tight. At the dining table, imagine a full house with people sitting down. Chairs should pull out and you should still be able to walk behind. About 90 centimeters of clearance lets people walk behind a chair that's pulled out without bumping. In the living area, picture a 3-seat sofa, an armchair, and a coffee table in the middle. You need a clear path from the hall to the kitchen. Around 90 centimeters through the living area keeps a clear path from the hall to the kitchen. In the bedroom, think about queen-size bed with 2 bedside tables. The robe doors need to be fully opened without hitting the bed. If a door bumps into the bed every time, it's a problem. None of this is complicated. It's just about planning for how people move around these areas. Do that and the home will instantly feel spacious. And if the space is tight, protect the living, dining and kitchen first. That may mean 4 bedrooms down to 3, or moving the main bedroom upstairs, or deleting the second living area. One generous living zone beats a cramped house full of features. It's where people spend their time. It's what sells the home. If the plans show meets minimum dimensions next to the living, dining or kitchen, treat it as a warning. Minimums pass council, they don't create demand. Ask your designer to draw in real furniture on the plan, to scale. A proper sized dining table, 3-seat sofa, a queen bed, then make sure there's still enough space left to move around them comfortably. If the furniture isn't drawn to scale, it's meaningless. And if no furniture is drawn at all, well, you can't sign off on those drawings. Remember that tape measure test we talked about earlier? Here's where those tests matter most. First, check it right at the start, at your preliminary design stage. Do the tape measure test. Mark out where real furniture would sit on the plan. If it doesn't fit now, it won't fit later. Next, check it again before the town planning application goes in. Look at the walkways around the kitchen and around the island bench. Look at the space behind the dining chairs. Fix any issues before you lodge with council. And finally, check it one last time before you sign the building contract. Picture how people will move through the home. Front door to kitchen, garage to pantry, stairs to living, no tight spots, no squeezing down sideways. And look, if you're already deep into the drawings, don't panic. Look for wasted space that you can reclaim and put into these important areas. Narrow a hallway that isn't needed. Straighten the odd angles that make furniture hard to place. Shorten internal walls that block movement. Simplify wherever you can. You may not fix everything at this stage, but even small changes can transform how the home feels. Smaller living, dining and kitchen areas ruin sales results. Plans can make them look bigger than they actually are. Buyers only care about how the home feels. Protect the living areas before you chase extra rooms and features, and you'll protect your sale price. And if you want more support beyond videos like this, check out our free Little Fish network. There are thousands of developers already inside with templates, feasibility tools, and walkthroughs. You can join in 2 minutes, and the link's in the description. And of course, if you'd rather have my team and myself handle your project from start to finish, that's exactly what we do every day. There's a link below where you can book a call with me directly. If you got value from this video, do me a favor, smash that like button and give us a hype on YouTube and drop us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple. Really helps us reach more people, keep sharing content like this for free. I'm Peter Kelly. Appreciate you sticking around this long. We really do. And until the next one, see you at the top.